Hello, my name is Chase Turner with OKCGoldBuyers.com, and the purpose of this today is to educate you about places to sell your gold. I'm going to be specifically talking about Oklahoma City market probably because that's where my company is and that's the market I know. But if you're in Dallas or LA or wherever you are, this should work for you too. So I'm going to list really four options that you have, talk about four of them briefly, tell you what I like about them, what I don't like about them. And we'll go from there. Hopefully at the end of this, you'll have a pretty good idea of what to do with your gold to get the most bang for your buck and to get the best convenient service out there. So let's talk about the four places to sell your gold. Maybe you have some old jewelry you're trying to get rid of. There's basically pawn shops, jewelers, the national mailing companies you see on TV or radios or wherever, and a local gold buyer. So let's start with the first one, a pawn shop. I think pawn shops have a history of only going there if you're in a hurry, you need some quick cash, and you'll basically take any offer that's given to you. That's kind of what you're going to get out of a pawn shop. That's been our experience with pawn shops. They'll buy your gold, they'll buy almost every gold, and but you're probably not going to find the best prices there. The pawn shops that we've dealt with here locally, I don't really like their testing methods because they don't really, I haven't really seen them do any electronic testing or anything. They just do real basic testing. And, that can be good for you. It could be bad for you. It could be good for you because if you have fake gold, which you might not know you do, but you might have fake gold just on accident. You might have got scammed from a jeweler or something. It happens. We've seen it a lot. If you have fake gold and they buy it, then, you're in luck. But if they don't test it properly, they're going to have to lowball you on the offer because they're the ones taking the risk on it. So with risk, anytime a company has to pay for risk, it comes out of the customer's pocket. It's just basic business. So pawn shop, you can sell your gold there. Our experience showed that the prices aren't as well, and the service might not be as well. And they might not be able to come to you. Maybe you need somebody to come to you, to your house, and do a transaction for you. I'm not sure too many pawn shops offer that service. The second option you have is a local jeweler. Now, a jeweler will definitely know the gold business and the jewelry business for sure. Maybe not gold coins or bars or anything like that, but they will definitely know the jewelry business. So if you have jewelry, maybe it's a good place to take your jewelry. For the most part, jewelers pay decent prices from our experience. The things that I didn't like about our experience with the jeweler is that the testing methods, there was two different ways they tested. One was they just simply looked at your imprint and they weighed it on a scale and paid you off that. So if your gold was imprinted 14 karat gold and then they weighed it, they paid you on that. Once again, that goes back to the risk factor. Without properly testing it, it could be fake. With the risk, that comes out of your pocket again. So when you see testing like that, you can most likely know that you're probably not getting as much money as you could somewhere else. The second thing I didn't like about the jeweler was some jewelers were acid testing, and I don't necessarily have a problem with acid testing, but the jewelers that we have worked with, what they've done is they've just taken our gold straight to the back, didn't really tell us anything, and when it came back up, it had a nice little chunk out of it. They had to file a piece out of our gold to test it with acid. What they do is they file the gold down, spray some acid on it, and see which color it changes. Not a big fan of acid testing for that reason. I mean, we will acid test, but I don't like looking at what color, what color do you see there, and that tells you what carat it is. Like if you ever tested your pool water before, where you stick the piece in there and you see what color it changes, and you're trying to figure out if it's bluish green or green, just all these different things. I just don't. I mean, it's accurate, but it's just hard to read. So they took it to the back, came back up. There was a piece missing. And they didn't really ask us before they did it, which I didn't really like because now in my ring I had a piece of gold missing. So that was my problem with the jewelers. Once again, I think they probably, for the most part, will pay you a decent amount of money for your gold. And but I don't know if they do provide out service calls where they actually come to you. So that's your jewelers. A national mailing company. The thing about a national mailing company is, a lot of people bash them, and I don't want to bash them too hard. I just don't think that they're a good decision. Number one is you have to mail your gold off. So, that package could be lost, and if it's not insured if your gold's worth $1,000 on the market and the bag is only insured for $200, then you just lost $800. So you have to ship it off. You have to wait weeks to get your check back. That's another thing. You don't get money anytime soon. I mean, if you're lucky, you'll get it within a week, but some companies will take up to 3 weeks to a month to get it back. You don't get to meet the company face to face. You just have to hope that they're testing your gold correctly. You have no idea what they're doing. All they do is look at your gold and shoot you a price. The other thing about it is they can lowball you, because if you're in Oklahoma or Texas, let's say, and your gold's in California somewhere, and you've waited a week just to hear back on a price, and it's a low price, they're banking on you just taking the low price, because if you don't want their offer. And I've heard it said on TV before, some people bashing National Mailing Companies, saying that, if you don't like their offer, you can't get your gold back. I don't think that's true. If you are going to mail it off, make sure you read the small print and make sure that if you don't like the offer, you can get your gold back. That's an important factor. But they lowball you because they know that if you don't take the offer, then they're going to have to ship it back to you, and you're going to have to go through the process again. So it could be months before you get any money for your gold. So most likely you'll take their offer. It's just a psychological thing. It's not good or bad. It's just how it is. The other problem that national mailing companies face is they have to advertise a lot. There's a lot of competition on the national market. You see tons of commercials, TVs, radios, all that stuff, newspapers, and that costs money. And so anything that costs money like that, they have to pay for that advertising costs, and they have to pay for a lot of overhead. So they can't pay you as much because they have a lot of expenses. So you might not get the best prices from them. That's a national mailing company. I don't have a problem with them. I just doesn't seem like a logical decision if you want cash now. Now, your last option, and obviously is my favorite option because I'm in the business, is a local gold buyer. A gold buyer is just that. They buy gold. That's what they specialize in. So, you're not going to a pawn shop. You're not going to a jeweler. You're going to somebody that actually, this is what they do for a living. They buy your gold. Most local gold buying companies should be flexible with you. They should be able to meet you really anytime, anywhere. If you need them to come to your house, they usually do. Most gold buying companies that I've seen will do out service calls, so that's good if you don't feel like driving. We've even driven up to 2 hours to get gold from somebody before. So local gold buying companies are flexible. They're convenient. They're very convenient. Like I said, if they can show up to your house, or you can drop by their office if you're if you can do that. You can drop by their office. They test it right there on the spot. And this is not every gold buying company. Basically, I'm speaking from what we do and from what I've seen other companies do. But a good gold buying company should test the gold right there in front of you, explain what they're doing, explain what your gold is, and then pay you right there on the spot for your gold. I mean, it's the most convenient service you can get. So I don't think you can beat that option. You got experts in the field. They show you how they're doing it. A good gold buying company tests with an electronic tester. And that way they don't have to scratch your gold. Now, sometimes if your gold might be plated, or if it's iffy, then they need to file off and make sure it's not gold plated, or make sure it's just not fake gold. So they will do that. But for the most part, they don't have to scratch your gold. They don't have to do anything. They just put some gel on it and test it. Tells them exactly what carat it is, weigh it, and pay you on the spot. So that's your local buying options. I hope that helped. If you have any questions, feel free to, you can email any question you want to info at okcgoldbuyers.com, or you can just go over to our website, www.okcgoldbuyers.com, and just shoot us any questions. We'd love to help you sell your gold, or do what we can to help you. We're all about service here. So hope this helped you, and I hope you have a great day.